Sarra Sounds Off is brought to you by NYU Langone Health, the #1 physician practice network in the U.S.
Coach, big win on Saturday against Connetquot. Big home win. You started the season 0-1 with a very tough loss to East Islip, but your kids showed a lot of resilience in coming back this week to take out Connetquot. Do you feel like this is going to be that kind of season in Suffolk Division 2?
Oh, 100%. Definitely don't get a lot of sleep during the football season, you know. So, on to the next one. You don't really get a whole lot of time to enjoy these wins. You know, you get about 24 hours, and then you got to start focusing on the next opponent.
So Comac and Connetquot drop down from 1 to 2, make the division even more competitive. Smithtown West Islip, they exit, they go to 3. There was no break. So tell me a little bit about your schedule moving forward. Other than that, every team is going to be tough to beat, and they're all going to be great games. What do you tell the guys? What do you tell the guys in the locker room about each game? I
think we just focus on the game in front of us. You know, we took one step at a time. You know, that's our focus. We try to focus on ourselves and what we can do to get better each week. We try not to focus on the other teams. And, you know, like I said, we kind of keep it, focused on us and what we can do to improve.
You're 1-1. Only 3 teams in the division are 2-0. East Islip, Northport, and Huntington. Another team, Huntington, that's really improved in the last 2 years, for lack of a better word. I think they looked great the first game of the season when they beat Half Hollow Hills East and kind of set out a notice that, hey, we're here too.
Oh yeah, tremendous athletes, tremendous coaching staff over there. They're doing a great job getting those boys playing, and we'll see them later on this year as well.
You look at the teams in your division and you look at the quarterbacks, and talking about Huntington, Yasir Jones, great running back. But the quarterback, Jacob Guzik, as good as anybody. You just beat one of the better quarterbacks in the league in Vincent Faraka at Connetquot. But Simon Blissett looms from Northport. You must be looking at each one of these opponents. They're all different. Some teams like North Bab, all they do is run.
Right.
Northport can do a lot of things. They're very balanced. I think they're the sleeper in the division.
I agree. Another team with a great staff, great athletes, great tradition over there. Just lucky to have some great defensive coordinator, Steve Schwicke, and Jeff Sipp, who came back this year and is helping out as well.
So when you look at this division, it looks like it's predicated on everybody outscoring each other, a lot of points. Not Bellport. You guys still pride yourself on defense. One of the teams in the division that allowed the fewest amount of points through the first 2 weeks. Is defense super important to winning a championship?
Oh yeah, every phase. We preach every phase is important, offense, defense, and special teams. We do a lot of work with special teams too. We spend a lot of time on it, so we do pride ourselves on defense as well.
Let's talk about a special player in your team, Nazir Turner. He played defensive end last weekend. He was unstoppable. He was disrupting that Connetquot flow on the offense, never really gave Faraka an opportunity to set his feet. He's a game changer.
Oh yeah, tremendous athlete, great speed, great size. He's 6'4", runs a 4.7 40, and we even put him back returning some kicks for us.
We have to mention Braden Sipp, your quarterback, and he plays everywhere, pretty much roving on defense. Just does a great job both sides of the ball. He's also a leader. At halftime, he made it a point to talk to the team and say, hey guys, we need to step this up. How do you feel his importance on your team?
Leadership's huge for us, and he's a big part of that. He's a kid, is with a couple other kids who have been up since 9th graders when we brought some kids up for our county championship run that year. So I think him being exposed to some of that stuff as a young player, is kind of really starting to translate into his senior year.
Now standing with the defensive coordinator at Bellport, Stephen Schwicke, a great player in your own right. I've been covering you since you were in high school in the early 2000s. I don't want to date myself, but you also went on to have a great career at Stony Brook University. You won a couple Big South championships. I know you were a 2-time All Around selection for Newsday. Tell me about the tradition that is Bellport football.
We take great pride in our football here. Even from a young age, early age, the youth program, which my parents run, and we try to instill it from an early age with these kids, and the brotherhood and the family and the stats and all that are great, but these kids are going to be friends with each other. They'll be in each other's wedding parties, and that's a big part of what we do here, is that family aspect, and it really drives kind of everything that we do, from the off-season weight room through all the way through the season.
Tell me about the Bellport program now. I mean, you guys have had 2 games this year in what is considered the toughest division on Long Island. 2 barn burners. You were beating East Islip by 10 at the half. EI comes back, takes you guys out 22-10. 2 great football teams, 2 great programs. And then this week you come back and beat Connetquot, another great football program. How much fun is it putting together game plans to play against these programs?
Fun's an interesting word. It could a lot of hours, but a lot of help this year. Coach Jeff Sipp is actually back with us, so getting his input is great. But there's no easy ones. Every week feels like almost a playoff game like atmosphere. I'm just really proud of the way our kids responded this past week. We went down 7-0, and credit to the offense. You could really they could have folded it up, but responded with 2 scores, interceptions. So really proud of our guys.
It just seemed like you had a great game plan. You were able to shut down one of the better quarterbacks on Long Island in Vincent Faraka, and it says a lot about you guys in putting together a great game plan and the boys executing it.
Yeah, and that's it. It comes down to the boys executing on the field, and that's, it's up to them. We could put together the best game plan, but if we're not out there communicating, swarming to the ball, we're going to give up big plays. But, Saturday was all 3 phases.
Well, the defensive effort was to be lauded. It was an excellent job by you and your staff, and congratulations on the win, and good luck the rest of the way. This division is going to be a meat grinder. We go from a passionate program and community that embraces Bellport football to a complex situation in Carle Place. Here's Jolie Katzen with Ryan Leary's story.
Carle Place senior Ryan Leary had big plans for the fall season, defending a state title on the soccer field and stepping in as a wide receiver on the football field.
During the summer, I brought it up to Coach Selma, and he said, we'd love to have you, the team would love to have you. Coach Selma was okay with it, and then I talked to the athletic director, Mr. Block. This is your decision, you make a decision. If you want to do both, you're allowed to.
I thought it was a great idea, and why not?
I know he's a special athlete, so I knew he could handle it because he's a different special athlete.
But just days before the season started, Leary was told he'd have to make a difficult decision.
The first week of football, so it's a week earlier than soccer, and that Thursday, I'm told Friday morning you have to make a decision. What are you going to do? So I said I'm going to play football, and then hopefully get all sorted out so I can play soccer. I was heartbroken. It was crazy to me because I was told yes, and then I'm just told no right out of the blue, and it was hard to hear.
The district sent the Leary family a letter saying Ryan could play football, but only as a kicker, not as a wide receiver.
He initially was not going to miss a single soccer game, a single soccer practice. He wanted to run a couple of pass patterns with his football buddies.
Yeah.
And how we got here, I have no idea.
Leary and his family say there's no rule stopping him from doing both.
Section 8 allows it, New York State allows it. There's other schools around here that allow it.
The why is the question I don't understand. I'm not sure who wins in this. I don't know why they're so concerned about this and would prohibit a special kid from doing something special and doing more.
The district told Newsday the thinking is grounded in safety and security for all student athletes, and that it is inadvisable for a student athlete to play 2 high-contact sports in the same season. The family hopes the district will reconsider, but they say legal action may be the next step.
We're not asking for something that's not allowed.
Yes, we have talked to lawyers. I don't want it to get there. I guess if it has to, it will. We just want him to be happy, and we want him to play. And that's all he wants. He just wants to play. And he feels like he's doing something wrong when really he's trying to do more.
Jolie Katzen, Newsday TV.
Wow, Jolie, that's an incredible story. So let's get this right. We've established that Ryan Leary is one of the top athletes on Long Island. Last year, he led Carle Place to a state title on the soccer pitch, and he kicked field goals for the football team. Now he wants to play wide receiver on the football team and continue playing soccer. His parents want him to do it. Nassau County Executive Director Pat Pizzarelli wants him to do it. He's allowed by rule to play both sports. He can dominate on the soccer field, and he surely can tear it up on the football field. He scored both Carle Place touchdowns in a season-opening loss. He caught a 44-yard touchdown pass to tie the score against West Hempstead and send the game into overtime, where Carle Place won 12-6. And this week, he scored on a 5-yard touchdown run and kicked field goals of 32 and 35 yards in a loss to Lynbrook, earning him a gridiron grade. And yet, he was told by school officials he can only kick for the football team and not play wide receiver. That's a poor decision to take away an opportunity for this young man. Why? Why take the experience of participating in both sports away from Ryan Leary? I'm Greg Sarra, and I'm sounding off.